Okay, so let's say that you are making 30,000 pesos now a month. Okay, is that enough for you? Okay, then what is your ideal income that you'd be glad, happy with? Realistically, name that amount that you'll be happy with. Okay, now think about it. 45K, okay? You make it every month. And let's say that you will be getting more increase of income as the years go by. Let's in average, let's say that you're making 100,000 a month, okay? And you work every month, every year for, let's say, 50 years. You might say, oh, that's a lot of money, making 100,000 pesos a month, you think. But as you get older, you will have more responsibilities. Your child, if you get married and you get children, and if your children gets older, more money will go out. So whatever the amount that we think it's enough, is not enough, never enough. Just to make everything simple. Let's say that I work every day, okay? And I get paid 5,000 pesos an hour. Is that a lot of money? If I work for 1 hour, I get $100 US dollars. That's about 5,000 pesos, right? Is it enough? So if I work every day, 8 hours a day, and then I make a lot of money, right? 40,000 pesos in a day. Is it enough? If you make that much money every day for a year, you make so much, right? Let's say $190,000. $190,000 that you are gonna make in a year. And if you work for 50 years, like so, making $100 an hour, you only make 9.6 million in your whole entire life. Is that enough? $9.6 million in America is a big amount of money, even. In Korea is a big amount of money. In China is a huge amount of money. In Philippines, that's approximately about 50 million pesos. Is it enough for you?
Yeah.
Now, you say yes. But most of the people I know who are business people, who are happy, who are contented with their life, and they're always comfortable, they say, how can you live with that kind of money? That's way too low. Why is it that way? Why do they feel that way? And why do you feel that way? Because we are conditioned to our lifestyle. They spend so much money every month, so that much of $9.6 million is peanuts to them. It's not enough. But for people who are only making 500 pesos a day, 50 million pesos is a lot of money. It's all in your mind. But do you really use all that 50 million pesos in your life throughout your lifetime? No. A lot of money will be wasted because you don't value it that much and you don't know how to use it that well. So a lot of money that you make, that you work very hard for, is being wasted. Instead of that, it's much better if you learn how to utilize those tools right, use it effectively, then it will benefit a whole lot better of your life and your lifestyle. What is your life goal? What do you want to do in your life? It's all in your imagination. They don't have a distinctive goal or set of mind where you want to be and how you want to make it. Everybody says, oh, I want to be comfortable. I want to be satisfied. I want to be happy. I want to be rich. I want to be successful. Well, when you want to be rich, how are you going to make yourself rich? when you say successful, what kind of success are you talking about? Physical, material, or relationships? Or would you call yourself successful if you live up to 200 years old? We don't know. It's just an idea. Let's say that I tell you, okay, well, here's the key for the car. You can go wherever you want to go. Where do you want to go? Anywhere, right? And they start driving. They just are doing this, going around and around and around. They hardly ever, very rarely get outside of their circle. It's like living in a box. And that box is like a cage. You never get out of the cage. You want to be comfortable because you want to be safe. You don't know what to expect when you leave the cage. Maybe there'll be an animal to attack you and eat you alive. Fear, like I asked you, we have that fear. And that fear is from your imagination 90% of the time. It's not realistic. Your life right now, you're working, you're supporting your family, you have your friends, you have your fun. That's your life only. That's not her life, that's not my life, that's not his life, right? So everybody lives different lifestyle. And you have to know exactly what you want in your life. Do you want to be the richest man in the world? Which is very easy. Do you want to be the happiest man in the world? Which is also very easy. Do you want to travel the world? It's also easy. Very easy. Now, if you want to travel the world, what do you have to be? What do you have to do? And what do you have to have? You have to be free, number one. You should not have a job. Because if you have a job, you have to go to work. You cannot travel, right? You got to be free. Number two, you got to have money. Because once you're on the road, how are you going to eat your lunch and dinner or transportation? Even if you have the scooter, you got to have gas inside. How are you going to put that gas without money, right? But the most important thing, you really have to know where you want to go. Do you want to go to Tacloban or do you want to go to New York? Or do you want to go to the moon? Depends on where you want to go, what you want exactly. Then you can set your foot outside the cage and start traveling. Other than that, if you don't have that distinctive goal, even if you get out of your cage, you're still lost. Even if you are in the ocean, driving your boat, you have no destination. So you gotta get that right first. Not just thinking, okay, well, I want to be a millionaire and I want to be living in Japan somewhere, Korea somewhere. No, you have to write everything down and you have to know exactly what you want. Otherwise, you will never make it right. You can never be there. If you say, well, I want to get to the location somewhere warm because it's cold here. Or because it's so hot, I want to go somewhere cool. But where? Let's say that you go to Korea because it's much cooler in Korea than here. But what if it becomes very cold in the winter? Then you might not enjoy that over there either. So you have to understand the whole situation and circumstances so you can make a better choice. 95% of the people that I usually talk to, they always say, I want to be happy, right? And I want to be rich. But they never know what they really truly want. It's like, okay, what do you want for breakfast? Oh, I want something delicious. Well, tell me what you really want. Like somebody, well, okay, I'm going to get you some pasta lubang. What do you want? Oh, anything. I cannot get you anything because I don't know exactly what you want. Right? That is our life. You have to know exactly what you want. Otherwise, it will never come true. Happiness. What do you mean happy? What is your definition of being happy? Tell me. Like I said, it could be anything and everything. Would it make you happy if you have 10 wives? Would it make you happy if you have 100 children? Would it make you happy if you can travel the world, if you have a lot of money in your pocket? Steve Jobs. One time he was the richest person in the world. Do you envy him? Did you? Do you envy him now? He's dead. Do you envy him? He died. Pancreatic cancer. He died years ago. Do you want to be him? He's dead. You want to be dead? What I'm saying is, we really don't understand his life. And just because that he was the richest person, everybody looks up to him. Despite of all the bad habits that he had, he was not a kind man to his employees. He was not a kind man to his daughter. That's what they say. I don't know for sure, right? But whatever we know, we usually understand that we know is the truth. But more than 99% of the time, what we know, what we see, what we hear is not the truth. It's just a play in our mind. That's how you perceive. That's how you understand. And what you understand is not the truth. Everybody will agree in the whole wide world. In order for you to be successful, you have to work hard. Right? True? Do you agree? Do you agree? Everybody says that. Is it true? I tell everybody the total opposite of it. Don't do anything if you don't enjoy it. If you don't like doing it, don't ever start it. But if you like doing something, then do it. I even tell my daughters the same thing all their life long. I've been telling them the same information. Do whatever you want, as long as you don't hurt others, or as long as you don't waste it, do it. If I were to teach somebody, if I were to speak to somebody, and if I get the notion, the feeling that I'm wasting your time, I will never say it. I will never invite you. Because I'm abusing your life. I'm abusing your time. Because I invited you, maybe you came out of politeness, but I'm wasting your time. And that's a very, very bad thing for me to do. So if I don't create anything positive, I don't create at all. Does that make sense?